Get there. Go in. Okay, so today we are here at the Paterson Golf Course. It's in New South Wales. It's a little 9-hole par 32 course. There's no par 5. There's 4 par 3s and 5 par 4s. So obviously we're trying to break 90, and for this course, that means I'm aiming for 41. I'd be totally happy with 41. I don't have a handicap. My score usually averages in the mid 90s. Essentially, we're looking at bogey golf. So that's what we're aiming for today. Every hole, we're aiming for bogey. We want to keep those big scores off the scorecard. We don't want any triples or quads. Those are the ones we really want to avoid. Ideally, we'd avoid doubles too, but we'll take them if we have to. So first shot here on a par 3. So distance to the flag, 106 meters would usually be probably between a 9 and an 8 iron for me. First shot of the day, I might try and keep the flight low under these trees as well. I'm gonna hit a 7 iron, a nice gentle 7 iron. And we're also gonna tee it up here on this right side, gives me a much better look at the green. Again, I'm an average golfer, nothing fancy, but I can still make better decisions to help me have a better chance of scoring a bogey. That's what I'm aiming for. So again, I don't even need to get this on the green. Even just off the front would be fine. And look at that, we're actually on the green. Perfect. And the main thing I want to get right here is the speed. Technically a birdie opportunity, but we just want to get that distance right. We definitely don't want a 4-putt from here. A 3-putt would be okay.
So from there, I actually ended up 2-putting for bogey, which is okay.
So hopefully that recorded, but the sprinklers came on.
Editor Brent here. So I actually have a theory that the camera being controlled by Bluetooth, it actually turned off as the sprinklers came on. So maybe that's what happened.
What I'm aiming for is bogeys. So I'm happy with that. This is the second hole. It's a par 4. It's supposed to be 233 meters. So it's a very, very short par 4. However, there is out of bounds on the left side, and there's a water hazard that crosses the fairway down there. I'll get a measurement. Yeah, so that water hazard is about 180 meters. It doesn't go across the whole fairway. The safe option here is, of course, to play something that just can't reach that. And that also helps taking that out of bounds out of play. Play something safe, play something short, something that I know that I can hit relatively straight. So we're gonna hit an easy 5 iron out there. That's what I've selected. That probably gives me the best chance of, 1, staying in play. I'm not gonna get anywhere close to that water hazard. That will be my strategy for this tee shot. Now, I think that probably came out of the toe a little bit. Besides being a little bit to the left, there might be an overhanging tree. I'm pretty happy with that shot. We're in play, we're not out of bounds. That's good. So this is probably right on the distance for my gap wedge. I don't hit super far, but at the same time, there is a tree branch overhanging like right in the middle of my shot. So maybe the smarter shot here, I might pull an 8 iron. Now, the main thing here is I don't want to hit it into this hazard, but I just want to get it over the hazard and closer to the green because I'm playing bogey golf. Now that's probably going to go a bit far because I've caught it thin, but it's only just on the back edge of the green, so that's not too bad. So the sprays have finally turned off. I can see that they've turned on up at the other green now where there's another group. So I think they are on a timer and we're just going to try and stay behind them. Now I'm just going to hit an 8 iron here, a little bump and run shot. Now we're trying to do a bit of a putting stroke here. We want to get it down there close. I don't want to go too far. Oh, and I haven't hit it hard enough, even though it is downhill. Could have definitely hit it harder. Main thing I want to get right is the pace, and then probably overestimate the break a little, but I want to get it close because I do want a 2-putt from here. Just outside edge. So we're here on the par 4. This is a long one. Again, we've got out of bounds down the left. I definitely want to stay away from that. That is a score ruiner. That's where we get the double bogeys, triple bogeys, quadruple bogeys coming into play. Now, technically, for me, it's a par 5 because we're playing bogey golf. I could pick my straightest, safest, most reliable 150 meter club, just try and get it up there in the fairway. My driver is actually pretty reliable, usually pretty straight. It doesn't go super far, so that's probably what I'm going to go for here. Just a nice, easy driver swing, stay away from the left, try and go straight up the middle realistically. Ooh, and it is left, but it is going to stay in play. Usually, if anything, I would start it to the right. It stayed in play, we're all good. It only went 170 meters off the tee. I really wasn't swinging very hard at all, but either way, we only need to get to the green in 2 shots here. Here is a 5-iron. It's not going to get me onto the green because there is a little bit of spots I don't want to be off the sides of the green. This 5-iron should get me up to level with the big tree up there on the left, which means I won't have to worry about that theoretically on my next shot. And I've kind of topped that. Let's hope it actually makes it up to that tree and that tree's not overhanging my lie. I think it might be a bit short actually. Anywhere between 60 to 70 meters is going to be good. And hopefully this is the right club for me to get that shot. Again, I'm just trying to get it on the green and hoping to score a bogey. However, this is the hardest hole on the course. So if I get a double bogey on only one hole today, it wouldn't be the end of the world if this was the one. It's going to be thin. There we go. Go. Get on the green, you good thing. Not too bad, given the circumstance. We've hit a really bad shot there. We've managed to make a decent recovery. Triple is definitely in play, but we definitely don't want a quad bogey. A double bogey would be good here. Stop. I've given myself a chance. Try and visualize this putt dropping in the hole. I think it's pretty straight at it. Ooh, that is brutal. And that is golf. So we're just coming off the back of a triple bogey on a par 4, that's a 7. But we have to make sure that we start fresh on this hole. We don't want to be thinking, I got to get a par, I got to get those shots back. We're still going to play to try and score bogey. Now, if we manage to sneak a few pars in the rest of the holes, there's still a chance we can pull it off. However, if we try too hard, we go for it, we get the pressure on in our heads, that's when our scores blow out. We end up with more doubles, more triples, and our score just completely blows out, goes over 100, or in this case, goes up closer to something like 50. This is a fairly short 300 meter par 4. However, it's a dogleg that goes up the hill and this fairway filters fairly well to the right. If you hit driver here and you slice it at all, or it bounces down the right side, it will run off into those trees. So 300 meters, I could hit 250 meter shots and be on the green. So I've got the 5-iron in hand. Those trees that are sort of right about on that turn are 150 meters. So theoretically, even if I hit towards the trees, I might not quite reach them. This is my safe option off this tee. Pretty much straight at the middle, in off that big tree on the left. And even that has actually rolled into that tree line on the right, which is the huge danger on this hole. This being a quiet course out here, I've actually got nobody behind me. I'm actually going to try hitting a different shot here, just to see if it might have been a better option. If you want to slice a ball, you have to come out to in, out to in. If you want to draw a ball, you have to go more in to out, which is thinking about keeping it like low behind you and then coming up and out in front of you. So we're going to try and hit not too much of a hook, a bit more of a draw, and we'll see if I can do that. This is a much more risky shot. This isn't the safe shot. Yep. What do you know? Oh dear, and it's going to go in the exact same spot as the other ball, except a little shorter. I can actually see it. And that's the thing about this fairway. It just pushes everything to the right. So sometimes hitting something super short off the tee is actually the way to go. That second shot over there would be way more suitable than this shot here in terms of the look I have at the green. It's actually run a lot further than I expected, and that's partly because of this hill. But if I'd hit a longer club, I would be looking through these trees, and I actually still have a shot here. It's 130 meters to the flag. It's just something I have to really be careful and think about. What is the highest percentage shot that I'm going to pull off? What's more likely to work out? So I've gone with the hybrid here for two reasons. One, I've got a bunch of overhanging branches up here, which might come into play if I hit something like a 6-iron. And two, that slightly shaped shot is actually a shot that I'm relatively confident with. It's not a shot I can always pull off, but in terms of those overhanging branches there, if they weren't there, the 6-iron would be the safe bet. But because they're there, I'm going to go for this slightly shaped shot with the hybrid. But it means the hybrid would overshoot the green, most likely. So I'm going to have to make sure that I'm hitting 70, 60% power. I'm not going full power at it. And ideally, I want to stop short of that green, if anything. I don't want to go over the back. Ooh, it's close, but it's not going to get there. I've just moved it back again because this is something I don't want that to be in my head when I'm doing the swing. It might mess with the swing. So little things like that, make sure you don't be like, oh, is that messing with me? And then just leave it. If you think it might be affecting you and you can fix it, definitely move it. Oh, so that's definitely gone a bit far, and I've probably aimed a bit too far left. It did stay under the branches though, so that was good. I was happy with that. Combination of lucky, fortuitous bounce, maybe a bit of understanding it was going to push away from that side. So hopefully it's in a decent spot we can chip on the green. Pretty horrendous lie here. It is a bit soft, but it's all over the shop. We're short-sided as well. That flag is close to this edge of the green. So we're going to just forget about the flag. We just want to get this ball on the green for 3. And it does slope away from us as well. So it's a very tricky shot. Get there. Go in. Ooh. I'm very happy with that shot. Here for 3. So we're happy with a 2-putt here, although so I did just run out of battery on that last hole. I'm not 100% sure if it captured the last shot there, but that was another bogey. So we're still doing all right. Not really on track with the triple bogey we had earlier. Anyway, this hole, another par 3, beautiful downhill shot. The flag is 128 meters, but it's playing a bit more like 110, 115. So for me, I'm gonna hit my 7-iron. The wind is across us. That tree is kind of right in the way. This is a very tricky shot. We're just going to see how we go with this 7-iron. Not trying to crush it, not trying to absolutely smash it. I find the harder I try, the more likely I am to absolutely mess up. Oh, I'm standing up there. Still stood up. She'll be right. It's very thin, very, very thin, and it's very, very long. Ooh, a fortuitous bounce in an absolutely horrendous spot here. Could have been worse though. And I wouldn't normally recommend hitting a club like this. For most people, this is a club you could take out of your bag. It's a 60. This one's actually a pretty wacky 65-degree club. But in this situation,
even if I spin it away over the outside of the green, or even if I spin it, we could probably hit the front and it will pop up, but I'd rather be coming back down than playing from here again, so.
I'm just going to play this shot. We'll hope for the best.
Don't try it.
And it hasn't made it. And that's why that's a risky shot. Better lie here. So we're just going to try and get it up onto the green and in play. Again, probably a poor decision on that last one, but I'd given myself an absolutely horrendous situation there. Just want to get it up there onto the green, and we have. We've actually given ourselves a chance at bogey here. That would be great, considering where we ended up off the tee. Drop. Oh, just slightly off. That is a double. To those trees up there on the top right side, 160 meters. It goes very much around the corner here. I'm just gonna try and hit this shot a little bit of a shape around the corner, but we're gonna try and aim up the hill because it'll filter back. Chances of us breaking that original score of 41 on this course to hit 40, super, super low now, but we don't wanna blow out our score to what would be 100 on a normal par course. So it's just still focusing on bogey golf. Up to the right. But again, it's filtered back. I think we have a shot. Okay, so it's 100 meters to the flag. We've given ourselves a difficult shot. There's branches overhanging, but again, we're playing bogey golf. I've just checked the score, +8 to par. We would have to get par on everything to break that 90 or get 40 on this course. So it's probably not going to happen. Right now, I just want to keep making good decisions, aim for bogey, and we don't want to absolutely blow out our score by chasing par and hitting dangerous shots. So I've just got an 8-iron in hand. Going to try and keep it low, get it close. Just not going to hit it too hard because an 8-iron would go over the back with a full swing. I started too close to the left and it's hit a tree, but we're still in play. Just going to hit a little chip shot and try and get it down close. Doesn't matter if I'm up the front of the green because it's a front flag anyway. That's perfect. Get up there. Oh, a bit short. That's made it difficult. I'm gonna have to do some testing there. It's just stopped again, but we've got another bogey there. 115 meter par 3. Play is a bit more like 120 though, uphill. I think the breaking 90 is off the table, but we can still try and play smart, play bogey golf. Try and get the pace close to right, overcompensate for the break. Wow, didn't compensate enough. Not a bad putt though. So there's a water hazard, a big dam down there about 220 meters to the front. I wouldn't usually hit that far with the driver, but it can go that far sometimes, especially downhill. So I've got a 3 wood in hand for this shot. Gonna aim for the left side. That gives you the best angle into this green. And there's also less hazards over there, more room. Let's head straight for it. Looks pretty good. Giving myself a great angle into this green. The lie is extremely hard though, not the best lie. So I could hit it thin, but the main thing I want to do is get it over this hazard. It's very right. Wow, I've hit that very far. Right edge off the back of the green. Oh well. Oh, way too big. We're off the front. That's much better. I think we might be having some issues with it cutting out due to like the card speed or something like that. So we've definitely had a few issues with some shots missing and that sort of thing. And this is a bit of a test round to see how this goes. So I'm about to do the last hole. There's just a couple of guys ahead of me on the green. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the format and the camera and the way that it's captured. Hopefully the audio is decent with this mic here, and any missing stuff, hopefully that's not too detrimental to the overall video. Par 3 to finish off. I think it's about 140 meters to the flag, maybe a bit more, but we don't want to be long. So I've got a 6-iron in hand. The wind is a little bit behind us as well, a bit swirly. Safest place is probably off the front.
And it landed long off the back of the green.
And I haven't put enough on it. I might putt from there. Bump and run. Oh, I've smashed it. That's shocking. Oof. Go in. Oh, thank goodness. Somehow, I've saved bogey on that last hole. I was pointing the wrong way. Oh well, unfortunate. Not the best round. It ended up with a score of 43, which was 3 more than what I would have needed to break 90. I would have needed to hit that 40, which would have been +8. So not the best result. At the end of the day, not too bad, because realistically it was just those 2 holes, the triple bogey, which was an extra 2 over bogey, and then the double bogey, which is an extra 1, and that led to the 43 score. So I'm not too disappointed with that. If you want to see more content like this, if you enjoyed this video, if you have any thoughts on this video or things that I can improve on, work on, obviously I'll try and iron out some kinks here and there with the camera, but we'll see how we go, and hope to see you in future videos. Thanks for watching.